up, guys? Welcome back to Media Mixtape Reacts. It's me, your boy Josh D. We're next to my brother OB Jack. On today's reaction, we'll be reacting to Cadet Gang Gang. Now, we already reacted to a Cadet song on the channel. It was Stereotypes, which is like a performance kind of thing.
Yeah, like a live performance. Very powerful song, very powerful performance from Cadet.
Yeah, rest in peace to Cadet. Of course, we got to give that shout out as well. And I believe this track or video, Gang Gang, was actually released posthumously.
Right.
So, you know, just want to give our rest in peace for sure and condolences to his friends and family again. I know it happened a while back, but, you know, we're new to Cadet for sure. So, excited to hear more from him. But we want to give a shout out to Eunice. What did you say? Eunice.
Eunice.
Eunice. On Instagram.
I'm assuming that's how you say it.
Eunice on Instagram, she reached out to us and actually gave us 3 different recommendations. We apologize. This is probably going to be the only one we're going to get out of the 3 that you recommended.
Yes.
And we want to give a reminder. Just try to give us only one video. I don't mind the multiple videos. It's just I just feel bad, like, only picking one. Yeah,
because we want to give all the recommendations.
We have a lot of recommendations, so you know we're just trying to get to as many as possible. So just give us your number one for sure. I'm not sure if this was her number one, but I went ahead and chose this track. But shout out to Eunice. She really did a good job of following us on social media, hitting us up, and she even gave us a voice memo explaining some things and all that stuff. So I want to give a shout out to you for sure. Even hit us up again to ask when the video is going to come out because we have been lagging a bit. So shout out to Eunice for sure. I hope you're pronouncing your name right, and we appreciate the recommendation. So let's get into it, man. Cadet Gang Gang. Excited to hear more Cadet for sure. This seems like it's going to be more of an official track versus the other one was like more like a performance.
Right.
So we'll see. Let's
do it.
Let's get into it, man.
Want to play cops or robbers? Come then. I'll be the cop, you be the robber.
Why do I have to be the robber?
You have to be the robber.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
Already a powerful message
right
off the bat.
Stereotype. Another stereotype.
Yo, my nigga. Sorry I had to rough you up like that, but you weren't playing nicely, innit?
LAB.
You know my team. You know what we represent. Should have played along nicely, innit? Let me tell you who I am. I'm gonna talk, you just gotta listen. Started off getting bullied in school. Look, most of my life I've been a victim. Never had a girlfriend. Got low self-esteem, but I wanna be the man. No, I don't like who I am, but when I'm older, I'ma do what I can. But look at me now. Hop out and run a man down. Cause when I was younger, I never had a voice. Might be the reason I violate your boys. And I even go gym. Man, it's different to when I was a kid. I real bad man, real talk, no bluffing. Tell girls what I do and they love it. I spent a couple months in training, even having doing 10 toes on pavement, making sure the ends was behaving. Say it's all bad, but I ain't complaining. But now I'm perfect with it.
Okay.
Cadet's obviously a beast and someone who definitely puts a lot of thought into his music and his music videos. Yeah. We heard Stereotypes again, which was a very deep track for sure. But this is a track where it's super creative, and obviously we're Americans, and police brutality is all over the world. We're now realizing, especially when it comes to the Black Lives Matter movement and things like that. And so the UK clearly even also having a problem with it as he's speaking on that right now. And super creative way to introduce this. I mean, it's like you open up perspective.
Yeah, you open up the video with kind of as kids. There's already the stereotype instilled in them of like, well, you have to be the robber because you're black and I'm the cop. And then, white, so and then growing up and then speaking from the cop's perspective of like I wasn't really anything when I was young, and so I said when I get older I'm gonna go do this, and basically like when I get older I'm gonna have the power and I'm gonna be able to force people to do what I want and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've spoken on it before, like stereotypes and stuff, right? It's a stereotype for cops, right? A lot of people who don't like cops say that that's a thing too. I mean, we're not one to say that that's true for all cops or anything like that, but it's a stereotype of like, yeah, you were bullied in high school or whatever, and now you want to get to a point where you have the power to be a bully to these people now who you think you're above. Now you're a cop. Girls, I tell women that what I do for a living, they like it. You know what I mean? Things like that. So definitely addressing some crazy topics for sure. I mean, definitely a hard-hitting, heavy topic all around. Right. And interesting perspective for sure to do it in this way.
Yeah, more thought-provoking doing it this way. So
yeah, exactly.
Let's get back into it.
Yeah, let's continue the video.
And the driver with a bear car chases might pull up when your bedrooms are raving. Lock off the rave, nobody can say shit. If you knew how much food I confiscated, it would drive you crazy. I'll grab man if he's got cash on it, or rap man if he's got raps on it. I'll see man driving mad and pull man over like what, go on fam. You boy, I don't give a damn, call back up quick and just violate man. I don't slip, got my vest on, big baton on the taser, other weapons. I can put a man right now with an M16 on a shotgun. Bro can get low, don't press button but the trigger might press on. Call the judge, my case I can get gone. Take man's food, I don't care what it is, could be pen, flake, or 10 times stepped on. Niggas know me, I don't care what number your gang is. Think about we got bangers, interrogate man, make man have manners. Put you in a cell for 24 hours. Like what you gonna say, brother? Waste my time cause I want to. Like fuck that, what you gonna say, brother? Pussy, yo, do your research. The system's in my favor. Fuck you up right now, and I'm calm, it won't make the news or the paper. Yeah, I got a pattern like that, no I shouldn't. But yeah, man, I'm bragging like that. I'll say, you put your hands on me, I know you never. But I'll say it happened like that. Nothing, no you can't tell me nothing. Basket.
Again, just more of the same stuff, but
that's stuff that you know, and you know, obviously they're in the UK, but this is very, you know, similar to a lot of people's experiences here in America, you know. I think the cops knowing that the system, the cops knowing that the system is in their favor, and that, you know, in American courts it's the same thing where the cop's word is taken as bond, you know, because he's a sworn person.
Yeah, so I could beat your ass right now. I won't make the news, won't make the paper. I'll hold you for 24 hours, waste your time, and just because I want, you know,
just because I want to, just because I can. And again, in no way saying that's every cop, but that is situations that have happened, you know, and in the history of policing in America, and what it sounds like in the UK is a similar situation of, you know, of sometimes this happening. That's an error.
Yeah, and the song's called Gang Gang, right? And so you think he's gonna talk about some gang shit, but so far the entire track's been, you know, it's almost like the cops are a gang. You know what I mean? The way they're spitting the bars, right? They're the ones that are rapping.
They have this little squad.
Like their little swagger to them, right? Like they're the ones in the video who are like, yeah, we're the gang, actually. Right. And it's a very, very deep, thought-provoking thing. Again, whether you agree with what they're saying or not, definitely is thought-provoking and interesting, super interesting perspective that I've never really seen anybody attack this topic like this. You know what I mean? In this way, the way he sees cops, but it's like the cops are talking. Definitely super interesting, and the video is great. And it's weird because it's such a hard, thought-provoking track, but it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. The beat's hard. I'm bobbing my head to it. Great. We're definitely missing a lot of bars for sure because he still has a UK accent, and we're not 1,000% accustomed to yet. But we're doing a pretty decent job of catching.
I think we're getting
the gist of it for sure. So let's continue. Let's finish it out right here.
The time like it's nothing. You know how much shit we did. It was my team that got down Mark Duggan. Next day on the force, we back again. Get searched cause you're black again. Choke out for Sean Charles in East London. Say it's an accident. And I'm this close to banning drill and done that shit. Someone got stabbed at the in the woods. Yeah, we love that shit. Yeah, I know about grind, link up and all that. But you're so stupid, stab someone, go brief and record that. And then say you're an oboe. No, you're just so easy to follow. And I got a quota that I gotta reach, gotta get 2 more of you lot by tomorrow. And let me tell you something to tell your brothers. Don't matter that you got a baddie on now. There's videos before when your face ain't covered, you stupid pricks. You make me sick. Like, officer, I'm recording you, so you think I give a shit? When it says say don't complain because they see me taking a piss. 1, they never do, and 2, if they do, I get a slap on the wrist. So pussy, yo, let me tell you something. I can violate you for fucking nothing and get away with it because we're the judges. Stop saying gang, we're the only gang in London, pussy.
Yeah, powerful. You know, it's stuff that.
Yeah, like you said.
When did it come out? Well,
super powerful. I believe this came out again posthumously. I heard the video came out. This came out back in August 2019.
Yeah, I mean, so it's still relevant to this day, obviously, with everything that's going on in the world.
That's before. This is before. This is before the entire. I mean, I want to say the Black Lives Matter movement. I don't know initially the date they were established, technically as an organization or whatever. But I mean, the idea, right, of police brutality has been talked about for years. But this explosion of it, obviously, since the George Floyd case, at least in America for sure. Right. That was this year. That was this 2020. So this was before all this really exploded and was 1,000% necessarily relevant, talked about on a daily basis. And now it feels like the entire 2020, it's all we're talking about. So super crazy, thought provoking again, like we said. I mean it's like jokingly, but it's kind of like the cops look pretty hard in this video. You know what I mean? And the whole idea again of it was very well executed. Of like the cops are flexing. The cops are the ones rapping this song and saying that we're the gang. We're the only gang in London. It's hard. It's hard to be like excited about how good the song is because the song is really good.
Yeah.
But
it's just
the meaning about the word the whole idea behind it for sure is definitely
it's sad. It's tough. It's a very sensitive topic right now, and but still extremely relevant. But it's like Josh was saying, if you want to just talk about just the song in itself, the song is great. The video is well executed, and I think it accomplished what it needed to, right? And kind of the perspective. You know, I know it's from the cops' perspective, but at the same time, it's like the perspective of some people that have dealt with police officers. Have this perspective of like, not they're the gang, they're the ones that are kind of against us.
Yeah, and we say it's from the cops' perspective. It's not even actually. It's almost like from the people who are being kind of bullied and terrorized by the police. It's their perspective, but it's like the way they performed in the video is like it's a cop's perspective. So it's like it's a little bit of a twist to it for sure, and it's interesting. Like we said, whether you agree with what the statement is being made or not, it's definitely a strong statement,
right?
And powerful and super creative and impressive, and to do it all, make a good song, and also make it thought provoking, and also new. Really, I mean, it's a new perspective on the whole situation. So
yeah, Cadet's obviously a very conscious rapper and was very skillful. Very unfortunate that he passed away. Because he obviously had a lot of talent. So, like we said, we did really enjoy the song. Again, it's hard to say like, yeah, this was so great because it's so sensitive right now and what the topic is. But the song in itself is great.
It's great.
And Cadet was an amazing talent. So rest in peace once again. And shout out for the recommendation. Now, if you guys want to.
Shout out to Eunice.
Yeah, shout out to Eunice for the recommendation. If you guys want to recommend us stuff, go ahead and do it down in the comments below or on Twitter and Instagram. Now, if you follow us and shoot us a DM, you will get shot up to the top of the list. Again, try to keep it to one. Obviously, if you guys have a bunch of songs you want us to listen to, definitely hit us up. But just
know that if you do 3 or 4 videos you recommend to us, 3 or 4 tracks, we're probably just gonna choose one and then move on from there. So you could DM us again for sure. But we're just trying to get to as many people as possible. But hey, if you want to keep recommending, for sure, keep recommending. Just don't get too crazy upset at us if we miss it a couple times because we're catching up with other people.
Yeah, we're doing our best. Scheduling is it's a bit tough. So we're trying to get to everybody. That's the biggest thing. So all of our links are down below to our Twitter and Instagram, and including our podcast channel where we talk music and movies every Monday and Tuesday. We talked about the top 5 albums of the year so far on the last week's episode, so definitely go check that out. But yeah, everything is linked below. That's going to do it for this reaction, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Peace.